It's school day 2. I'm on time. It feels kind of cool out here. Don pulled Ruby out and he ought to be coming up on the unicycle in a minute. He, you know, we get the paper for a few more days before our current paid up subscription is over. So I thought I would catch him on his unicycle with pretty Ruby girl here. You know, this, I think the little one has a light. I know the big one has a light. Here he comes. Yeah, well, that's why we canceled, right?
Yeah, and I think to the 14th.
Yeah, it's got a few more days. Alright, let me feed Marty and Stripe. I don't see Morris again, which is fine. He was here when I got back from the school run last time. He's sleeping somewhere. Or roaming. Hi, Stripe. Let's go get you fed, bud. Okay, Morris is here now. Everyone's accounted for.
Hey.
Hey, he's reading yesterday's paper or Sunday's comics or something.
Catching up all my comics, yeah.
Yeah, I did have an email says that they can't fill the routes right now. The same job problem everyone's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, Smithfield's in town. They're all struggling to have people interested in working right now. I don't know why. Yeah, anyway. And it can only be worse with the kids going back to school because the Smithfields and Chick-fil-A, they certainly could be some of the kids that were out of school, so It's even worse. But anyway, you know, our thing with the paper was both the delivery issues and no Saturday paper anymore and really small newspapers, and the content quality's gone down. It wasn't just a couple days of a late paper or not willing to work with them while they try to fill the route. So. Sure. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. It's time to go. At least I'm awake.
Yeah.
I've had my cup of coffee.
I agree.
All right. ETA 7:11 a.m. That's a good ETA. We're out of here on time. Well, it looks like it's going to be a sunshiny day today. I think the high today is in the low 80s. You know, we weren't going to be lucky and stay in the 70s for too many days in August. But I'll take low 80s. I'll take 80s over 90s. Sun's been pretty bright, pointed east this morning. We're in a better spot right now, but it's definitely helping to wake up our eyeballs. We're making good time. We're on time. We haven't lost any time, so that's great. Traffic was actually moving pretty quick this morning there for a bit. I was doing a little over the speed limit in the right lane and people were flying past me on the left. But I've seen some crazy stuff happen out here in the morning, and I'll just be over here in the right lane on traffic aware cruise control, minding my business and trying to avoid problems on the road, which do come up from time to time. Donnie and I are talking BattleBots. We're talking streaming, what streaming services for TV watching we like and don't like. We're trying out Hulu right now so we can watch Firefly. And we're not paying to remove the ads, and the ads are just wow. But if you haven't tried Tubi, T-U-B-I, they have ads, but it's free, and the ads are less than the ads on Hulu. And there's some really good sci-fi stuff. That's where we watched the classic Battlestar Galactica Space 1999's over there. I'm sure you haven't heard that word in a long time. Yeah, they got some good stuff over there, and the ads don't annoy. They're reasonable for free, for sure. You know, here on Hulu we're paying and we're watching ads, so it's sort of like. And anyway, that's the conversation this morning: BattleBots and streaming, TV streaming. Well, at least there is some sunshine on the city this morning. Yay! Although when we turn east to head for the school, I think I'm going to have Johnny grab Don's sunglasses for me so I can see that is like the absolute worst blinding spot. Just coming across the newer part of Main Street Fuquay and then this turn to go toward the school in the morning, it can be really blinding. But of course, you know, we'll be moving in the fall and it will shift and it won't be exactly bad right when I'm going down the road. It's just a few weeks of super intense here right at the start of the school year. Well, looky what pulled up next to us. Well, I find the outside of the campus to be quite attractive. This fountain's pretty. There's good flowers planted. There's the express bus bringing some kids in. But it would take Johnny like 90 minutes to get downtown instead of 45. And having to go through Centennial High School and switch buses. I mean, it's and you can't just decide, oh, today I need a ride. You have to sign up to do it every day, which I get that. But I like this little drive here when it's about wide enough for Ruby. When I have to pass other cars on it, I don't like it at all. Instead of turning right on Edenton Street up here, and I'm just avoiding the manhole cover. I'm gonna go down one more notch and turn over and go out of town a slightly different way. Edenton Street, I gotta make a left and the pavement is kind of really sloped down to the left. I don't really like that lane. So I'm gonna try a different smoother route out of town this morning. Go down more past Johnny's old school building. Wow, Donnie, there's the DMV building and they moved to Rocky Mount. They moved someplace out of town, seriously out of town, and it really is empty over there. They said, so I'm going to turn right on Hargett, and this will take me out the way I'm used to leaving the city. I think I'll be happier. It's less busy, slower moving traffic, smoother road, all that good stuff. And I'll get to see the people at the other school. I'll get to go past the school. It's just more familiar. I think I'll like it better. Yeah, here's Thompson campus. Buses dropping the kids off there too. The church where I would hang out sometimes. Still could if I wanted to, but I want to go walk with Dawn. It was just because I played pogo. And sometimes, quite frankly, when I was tired in the morning, I would want to rest for a few minutes before I would get my mental clarity back before I would head out of town. So they did decide that today is National Put Down Pokemon Day. People trying to get them to change the geofence. I'm participating. I must admit that I think I accidentally already opened the game but didn't spend, catch, play, buy anything. And they were saying especially do not go into the shop and spend any money today. There's another Model 3. So I think I can make it a day. I think in 5 years I've only missed about 10 days, either 10 days spinning a Pokestop, either didn't leave the house due to COVID or sickness or snow, and that's about it. Otherwise I've caught, spun, played every day, almost every day for 5 years. So, but I can put it down for one day because I'm pretty serious about them redoing the geofence thing. So there was some exciting news last night. Apparently Tesla has updated the supercharger map with up and coming supercharger locations. I'm speaking specifically about the United States and North Carolina in particular, because obviously that's where I live. But this older Target here in Garner, and I'm going to swing around in a minute so you can see better. You might remember I was here before when Tesla was delivering all those Model 3s and there was overflow. They parked them right here to the right of this grassy area. There was 30, 40, 50 cars. Maybe I'll scope out a picture that I took when they were over here waiting for delivery, because the delivery at that point was happening on South Saunders Street at an off-site, non-Tesla specific location. But this is the Target in Garner, and I believe this is where fourth quarter they're talking about putting in a supercharger. Now it is possible, I could not tell from the map, And there's the Target. And you can see this is a big parking lot. It's never really full. Yeah, so this is the original Target in Garner. There's now another Target that's really only like 4 miles away over at White Oak Shopping Center. So there is a possibility that it's actually going in at White Oak. I think that makes a little more sense because much bigger, much more thriving shopping center right off of I-40 headed to the beach. So there's some reasons why over there would be good versus over here. However, this shopping center is less busy. The parking is, for this Target, is certainly suitable for taking away some parking spots for the supercharger. It just really wasn't clear on the map. It kind of showed the supercharger going in at Highway 50 and Highway 70, which is in between the two Targets. So I guess time will tell, right? Not today, but I probably will go over to White Oak and show you guys that parking lot too, but just not today. Yeah, I don't always mean to be showing you a view through the window, but it is a car family oriented channel, right? So there's a lot of time looking out the window. There's pretty Ruby this morning, and you can see the Target. This I should add, if it were like right there, this would be great for me if I forget to charge, or I'm going downtown Raleigh for my 3rd time that day and I've done some other driving and I need to pull in and do a 10-minute supercharge. This would be, it's basically on my way home. It's like, you know, a mile deviation at most for me. And I'm not stressed about the in and out at this shopping center. If it's White Oak, it's still fairly convenient, but it's not as convenient. So I'll see if I can figure out which Target, but I'm hoping it's this one. Yeah, other locations I noticed were Chapel Hill, which is actually not that far from the new Durham supercharger. But I can see over there by UNC Chapel Hill that they would need a charger on the other side of I-40. Maybe that one's, well, South Point Mall would technically be Durham, even though it's just on the other side of 40, but somewhere over in Chapel Hill. And there were, looked like a lot, like maybe, I want to say 6. I'll put up the map. There were like 6 new superchargers in South Carolina along I-95 that were planned. And finally, they're showing the one up near the NC car track in Roanoke Rapids. I'm sure that town is really excited about getting a supercharger. They could use some people stopping in and spending some money there and supercharging, and that would be good for them. Hopefully at least a small family restaurant or something will make out good with the supercharger going in, whatever that location is. We'll have to go check that one out. So I'll put in the link in the video description, and you should, you might enjoy going and pulling up the map and looking for your state and your location at where the superchargers are going in. Well, those guys pulling into that Costco construction zone here in Garner, they brought traffic to a stop. Thankfully, there was only one car coming up behind me. Yeah, I didn't realize what was happening. I mean, it came to a fast stop. It was not a little gradual thing that I turned lanes and switched lanes. That was, yeah, I guess I'll need to be watching even more over there because that was kind of scary. Obviously, I'm home. I've parked Ruby. Don's pulled out Jules. Still feels nice and cool out here for our walk this morning. Yay!
Yep, it sure does. I'm enjoying this.
I'm ready.
You ready, Freddie?
I am.
Let's go. She's looking great hot. Her little hot pink orange thing.
It's neon orange. The shirt
I have to take a picture of her.
The shirt I found at Guardian Angel yesterday. You're embarrassing me. Well, it's a one-day thing, Donnie.
What's that, sweetheart?
See my phone in my hand during our walk.
Oh, that's right.
It's National Put Down Pogo
Day.
I have to admit, I reached for my phone several times in the car this morning, like, why don't I have Pogo up? Oh, that's right, I'm not playing today.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I messaged Michelle and told her not to play today either. Yeah.
So they're going on strike.
The chats are quiet this morning.
Good.
The one in Hawaii that I'm in and the local Fuquay one, they're quiet. I hope they stay quiet.
Sounds good.
Always a pretty view. The crepe myrtle, the water tower, pretty sky and sunshine. They are getting into fall baseball now, softball starting. So the fields are typically marked and cleaned and ready to go.
Well, where is everybody this morning? We passed like one person in them walking on the trail.
Track, yeah.
And then one runner up here. So we've only seen 2 people today.
Yeah, it's less than normal and for such a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this will make 2 days in a row we didn't see our bike rider friend.
Right.
Unless he comes by here in a minute, which he might.
Yeah, well, we might be a little, we're only a few minutes late.
We're like 5 to 10 late, but we're not an hour late or 30 minutes late. Yeah. Phew.
Yeah, don't mind running on a day like today.
Yeah, well, we were walking, I'm sure our pace is pretty decent.
Yeah, I think so.
We only did 2 laps because we're
Yeah,
running late. We'll do 3 laps another day.
Yeah.
But, all right, I'll see you back at the house.
All right, have fun.
No pogo, so I'll be back sooner than later. I'm probably following him in today. Following him in. All right, will Jules recognize me as Mary Ann this morning? Or will she do what A does at the house and think I'm Dawn? Actually, A thinks I'm Donald. It was a mistake in setting up the voice stuff originally, and I can't get it fixed. It's so annoying. It changed to Mary Ann, yes, yes, I'm so happy. So one of my profiles got saved as Dawn, and then you know, every time I would approach the car, it would mess up. I'm so happy. That's so much better. That's great. Yes, I'm meeting Michelle at noon. I've been listening to Call Me Maybe all week, and it is the Olympics, and that is the Olympic song from like, what, 8 years ago or something, but let's advance to the next song this morning. I'm gonna sneak past him here. Or not. Donnie! It's time to go meet Michelle. I was just doing chores at the house while I was home. Dawn fit me a new cardboard box for the kitchen litter box. Speaking of Michelle, that's her telling me, I think, that she's on her way to
she always rambles when...
Wrong side. When the steering wheel's upside down, you will hit the wrong scroll buttons. Anyway, he built me a new cardboard box to go around the litter box in the kitchen. We replaced that about every 3 or 4 months as needed, and that kept me busy. And then, you know, getting dolled up to go meet Michelle. You know it's girl day, so yeah, there was that. But I wanted to say just a couple more things about the supercharger stuff. Number one, I think Tesla released the updated map just to sort of get people looking that there's a lot more growth coming, which has been the case, but a lot more growth coming while that talk about the sharing, the network, opening up the supercharger network is out there current, to ease, you know, some owner concerns. I'm still seeing a lot of stuff out there about it. The Women Drive Electric Facebook group is mostly comprised of Bolt and Leaf owners, although there are a good number of Tesla Model 3, Y, and then some X and S in there as well. I think we need some more Tesla divas to go join the Women Drive Electric group. It's pretty, everyone's proud of the EV they drive, and everyone would like to get any other woman in that group thinking about buying an EV to buy the one that they drive, because they think the one they drive is the best. And I'll just leave it there. And that's great that we're all such happy EV drivers. I mean, sincerely, it is great, right? And that there are options out there. But it's a little hard group for me sometimes. It is, because I perceive some Tesla negativity, so I just kind of lurk over in the shadows listening to what's going on, but I don't say too much, and I certainly wouldn't want to say the wrong thing, and I'm not out there to convince I don't want to get into that. So I just sort of, I participate, but I'm not super active over there. The other thing is, besides the fact that Tesla's timing on updating the map may have been coming anyway, but seems to at least go well nicely with the the discussion that's out there now about opening up the network, is that I'm wrong about Target. There, I said it, I'm wrong. I mean, I really don't have any problem saying I'm wrong. I didn't read carefully last night, and it says Target coming and what quarter it's coming, not Target as in the Target. Although the sheets at exit 306 there in Garner, it by White Oak is by the Target. And when I mentioned that in the North Carolina Facebook group, Tesla Owners North Carolina, obviously we have precedence for the Cary one being at Target and the North Hills one being at Target. And so if the Garner one was at Target, that wasn't a far stretch, but it's probably definitely not the Target I was at this morning. And then somebody else came in and said they're putting one out exit 312 instead of 306 where White Oak is. 312 is the Highway 42, Willow Springs, get on I-40, where all of that construction is exit. I wouldn't put a supercharger at exit 312 in the next 12 to 18 months for nothing. Nothing, no way, no how. That is too crowded up there to support the traffic with the current road configuration. Then on top of that, I used to live 6 miles from that exit, so I know that area really well. But then on top of that, there's the construction up there trying to fix the inadequacy of the roads. And it is a nightmare up there. No, Tesla, don't go to 312. 306 is fine. 306 is good. It's, only 6 more miles farther from the beach. And we've got Wallace, which is a great supercharger stop. So, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that one they're putting in Garner is going to be like the one in Cary, which gets used more like an urban supercharger than a I'm going someplace supercharger. And I'm all good with that, and that's great. 312 or 306, the one at Waco, that would be not the preferred location for me for an emergency I didn't charge overnight fallout plan on school days. I would like the one I was at this morning, but 312, no, Tesla, if that's really what you're thinking, rethink it. Don't go there. I'll go there, but not this year. Not this year. Yeah. You're all loaded up with your goodies from Guardian Angel, right?
Yeah.
even when you're not with me, you end up with goodies. So
I want to show you my new purse.
Oh wow, Jurassic Park.
And you open it up. And
oh wow, that is super cool. And she got me this awesome kitty purse at GalaxyCon 2. Life finds a way.
Jeff Goldblum with his shirt down.
Oh, that is really cute. Yeah, well, let me open my trunk back up and I'll show you this wallet that she got me, because my purse is in the car and Ariel's inside too, but it won't open. I don't know why it did that. Tap on the screen. Just tap it with your hand. Ruby didn't come back up either. How did we do that? Well, you're gonna open the door, pull on the lever. Up top. That was really weird. I don't know why she did that. It's a good thing Ariel was in the car, because my phone and my key fob were inside. That was weird. You guys saw it here. I love it. I mean, I love it. That is so cool. Thank you, Michelle.
Welcome.
So Ariel's gonna stay in the car and I'm gonna let her play games. Air conditioning, yeah. She just felt like hanging today in the vehicle, and why sit in Mama's hot car? Why not sit in the Tesla? It does drift. I got her playing Beach Buggy 2 to make sure the controller was working, but she's probably gonna switch to Cuphead.
I'm gaming.
All right, have fun.
I will.
So best as I could tell, the key fob was blocked by the phone and the purse and the crap that I had dumped on top of it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen other people get locked out before. It's really best to make sure your phone... Actually, I could have opened it from my Apple Watch. It's set up to do that. So if you have an Apple Watch, you really ought to be able to set it up to unlock the car. Try not to leave the car with your purse, your key card, your fob, and your phone all left inside, just in case. All right, I don't think I can leave this pop-up book here. It's got all kinds of space pictures in it, and it's only $2. It's a $30 book. Wait, the selection of bicycles again. If I had little ones, I would be coming here for bikes. They only sell cosmetics that are unopened, but look, CoverGirl eyeshadow for $1, Nivea lip gloss for $1. That's some good deals. We look at everything in here, absolutely everything. Hoping for no drama today. It is back to school. Time to go back to school. That was easy for me to say. Let's try that again. It is go back to school time. So you got to check out the school supplies. Well, I can honestly say I've never seen a snail at Guardian Angel before. It's pretty cool, and they're real cement. I can't decide if I think that looks like a monster face or an upside down VW bus. I'm thinking an upside down VW bus. I guess it is. Yeah, see, that's the way it's supposed to be. Are you making those toys make noise?
You and I on their own. I think the batteries are going.
You and I have done our bid for listening to toy noise.
Yeah, thank you, Matt.
Go to the checkout. I gotta go get Johnny. Don did say he'd pick Johnny up for us. We just gotta coordinate, maybe not every weekend, what day, but he is still willing to give us girl time and pick him up, so we'll see. I think the car looks good on her. Hey, sweetie.
I was able to pretty much clear out the whole first world pretty easily. The flower guy, what's his name? Cackney Carnation? Yeah, he was tricky because his final form sucks. It's so hard to beat him. But other than that, I was pretty gamer and I pretty much nailed all of them. Some of, I think...
She's talking about Cuphead.
Yeah. Some of them I was able to just go in and get them on the first try because I'm just that cool. Not to brag or anything.
I understand it could be a pretty hard game.
Yeah.
For the unindoctrinated.
For the uncool and unswag, unlike myself.
Well, way cool.
Yes, indeed.
She says she beat it.
I did.
Yeah. Ruby says I'll be to the school by 2:11. That's perfect. Sunny and not a cloud in the sky this afternoon. Michelle and I had a good time at Guardian Angel. We both found some things we were excited about. Yeah, it was a good time, even though it was a little shorter than usual. We only had like an hour and a half today instead of 3 hours. We moved a little faster than we do some days, but that's okay. So I talked Johnny into making a little side trip with me on our way home to go to up to exit 306 near the other Target in Garner and check out both the Sheets and the Target parking lot and just kind of, you know, visualize where other locations might be. Although again, I'm not sure, but I think someone implied it's really up at exit 312. We'll know when they take out the permits, right? We'll know for sure. I'm gonna go to the Target side because I don't know where the Sheets is. I'm not super familiar with this intersection. When I lived in Willow Spring near Michelle, I was over here more, and it's really grown up a lot since I've moved in 13 over to Fuquay. I see the Sheets, it's straight across. Well, that's fine when we come back out from over, it's on our left. When we come back out from the Target, we'll go through the stoplight and we'll be near the Sheets. I was looking left to prepare to make a turn on right there, and it put up a green arrow for me, which I didn't know because I was so focused looking left, and Ruby dinged at me to let me know that I had a green arrow. That was quite useful. That's a really great feature, the dinging, the chime, to let you know the light's turned. I'm not sure I've seen it work so well with a turn arrow before as it did back there, but that was great. Very helpful. So this Target has a Logan Steakhouse, a Wendy's. This whole shopping center, more to my left than to my right, has a ton of eating establishments, but within really close walking distance is the Logan Steakhouse and the Wendy's, and maybe we'll see something else when we go around the corner over here. I have been to this Target before, but normally not my normal Target. If Michelle were going to go to Target from her house, this is probably the one she would go to. Well, like I said, if you're local and looking to charge, this is a great location because there's lots of places to eat, and what do you really care if you get in and out super quick? Okay, Buffalo Brothers is here. I don't know what that is. That looks like a wing place or something. Is also within walking distance of the potential supercharger. So, but I would say it's pretty busy over here right now, but there is a good amount of parking, right? Like right up here at the beginning of the shopping center, there's room, and even closer, you know, there's a good bit. This parking lot is not super tiny, so there would be ample room, I think, to put in the superchargers where it wouldn't put folks out that are shopping at Target that there were superchargers. There's also, let's see, we'll go over here on the side. I suspect that would be reasonable. Looks like down on the other ends there's a Staples and a Dollar Tree and some other small businesses, but this might not be a bad location right over here. This would probably be where I would go. Up against the trees there maybe, or something like that. You know, I'm sure when they're scouting, it all depends on where the electrical service is and what will be you know, cost less and what they can get approved, you know, rules and such. So, it's having trouble seeing because the big semi truck there was sort of blocking my view to the left. So back behind the Target, and then over here, now we've crossed to the businesses on the other side, and here's where the Dollar Tree and such is. Even a place like over here wouldn't be bad. You can see the other side of the Target. So there are options there. I'm not saying this is where it's going, but we've kind of scouted around the whole Target area. Let's go see the sheets. So Dollar Tree, Staples, oh, Burlington Coat Factory. And there is a TGI Fridays within walking distance too. The theater straight ahead over there on the other side. And this is the small end of the shopping center. Kohl's, Best Buy, a Hallmark. There's lots of anchor stores on the other side of the shopping center too. Michelle, the kids, and I have been to the theater across the street here quite a few times. Yeah, if you were on I-40 and this is where the supercharger was and you were really trying to stop on your way just passing through, you would probably be irritated with the traffic lights and the amount of time it would take you to get on and off the road to a location up there. I don't know that the sheets is going to be much better, maybe one less light. All right, here's the sheets. So I'm just curious if this sheets has, you know, any room to accommodate, let's just say 8 to 10 supercharger stalls. You got an arrow, you can go. Right, because we don't want it in the sheets where there's such limited parking that everyone would be upset about the icing. It really, what happens is not people are upset, it's just that the supercharger gets iced. And that was what was happening in Henderson. All right, so trash, full parking. Full parking. There are a lot of people at this Sheets. It's sort of amazing the number of people that would be in the gas parking lot. And over here on the end, you know, there's a little room, but there's not much. I'm just gonna, I mean, it could go, I'm gonna say I think this would be not a good location at all. It's too busy and there's not a lot of empty parking. I mean, yeah, could it go here? It probably could. But that Sheets, because it's in the center of the shopping center and not on an edge, makes it more problematic, I think. All right, well, there you have it. Well, it'll be on my list to go up to exit 312, which is, you know, 6 miles down I-40, and check out the Ruby Tuesday parking lot that the guys were talking about as a possible, probable location. My confusion is, the way I read it is, I don't know if that was instead of these locations I scouted out today or in addition to. But I will eventually get over there to scope that out one morning after I drop Johnny off probably, and I have some extra time, or I'll come early in the afternoon on my way to get Johnny. That's probably what I'll do. I'll leave home early and I'll just come in from exit 312 to downtown, and I'll go by Ruby Tuesday parking lot. I think you're gonna have to move all of them for me. It's Taekwondo time. I did not plug Ruby in when I came home earlier because I knew I was going back out in Ruby. I don't normally plug in until after Taekwondo. I got Johnny dropped off at Taekwondo. I had him go sit on the bench by the carport, and then all the hill crew went over to him without him having to call or ask or do anything really. They just went to him, and that simplified the process. I appreciated his help in getting them out of the way though, because sometimes when it's just me by myself, you know, by the time I get back in the car, they come back behind the door, and I'm gonna have to get out. I've had to get out a second time or whatever, so it's really helpful when Johnny's around. Johnny's always helpful. And I think I'm gonna go home and start dinner and then come back and get Johnny. I'm not playing Pokemon Go today, and so I'm a little bit like, you know, not sure what to do. Just waiting to make sure to see if this other car is turning or not. No turn signal, okay. Not turning, or turning, not going straight. You gotta be really careful there. But yeah, since there's no Pogo, I might as well just go back home. I am looking forward to playing the game again tomorrow. I spent time with kitties and I got meal prepped. Nothing complicated tonight. I'm making steak and onions. Don's already had a plate of nachos. Although I am swearing off basically ever eating salsa again or tomatoes. Now, I don't eat anywhere near as many tomatoes now as I used to, because I don't eat ketchup anymore because ketchup's got sugar. Well, I can't say no, but you know what I mean. I'm not eating French fries, so I don't need ketchup. I have very sparing amounts of ketchup in comparison to I used to could eat half a bottle at a time, because I like ketchup more than I like French fries. Anyway, my mouth is all inflamed, and it's been inflamed, and I really think that it's like a food allergy to tomatoes. I've thought for a long time nightshades and tomatoes in particular did not agree with me, and after tonight I'm really sure. Johnny's herding the cats again for me. I just said that you were herding cats again for me. You know how easy it is to herd cats, and I'm thankful for the help. Well, Ruby's down to 66 miles, so I will definitely be plugging her in, and let's see how far I went today. It always messes me up. There we go. So 112 miles today. So that's not too bad efficiency. Especially when I ran the AC for 90 minutes while I was in Guardian Angel. And that I did do a few extra miles, you know, today after school. Was probably like somewhere between 10 and 15 extra miles to go check out that Target up at the White Oak Shopping Center. But yeah, well, that was for the current trip. But today, 332 watt hours per mile. That's better than the lifetime of, which is closer to 360. Although remember, Ruby got reset when the MCU was put in. Prior to the MCU, it was definitely 360 watt hours per mile. Jules is more efficient, but Ruby's fun. Charge port door has been consistently opening with the button on the wand here, so that's good. And she won't start charging until 8:30, but she always cycles the little green light a couple of times and then stops. Like, she's communicated with the car, life is good, but now I'm gonna just be dormant until 8:30. Her charge is scheduled. Everything is good. So that'll take about 6 hours to get back up to 80. Are you being a good boy? Yeah. Hi. Hello. Aw, you gonna give me a tux roll? Hi, buddy. Hi. He's such a good boy. Johnny had him in for 2 hours after school today. I brush him, make sure he's clean, and then Johnny takes him in with him, and Tux will sit in your lap for 3 or 4 hours purring. Doesn't move, falls out, sleep. He's good.